My name's Sidney Torres. I'm a serial entrepreneur who looks to find ways to solve troubled problems. When Hurricane Katrina hit, that was something that you could never plan for. And I took my business hat off and I said, I need to help out.
Today's Wall Street Journal profiles the local entrepreneur Sidney Torres, who recently won the trash collection contract.
New Orleans has a new Mr. Clean.
You are doing something that it seems no one else has been able to do.
They are the guardian angels of sanitation.
And from there, instead of just letting it go, he does what really good entrepreneurs do. He takes it to the next level.
I literally dove into that business and said, you know what, not only are we going to pick up the trash, we're going to make this to where the trash industry is going to learn from how we do things. And it just completely took off. And I ended up getting a really nice offer on that company, and I sold that company back in 2011.
Well, the former owner of SDT Waste and Debris Services now owns a resort property in the Bahamas.
Yes, Sidney Torres bought the Cove Eleuthera Resort for $1.8 million.
Well, just 3 months after touring the multi-million-dollar Cove Resort development on Eleuthera, Prime Minister Perry Christie is impressed at the facility's progress.
Prime Minister Christie assured property owner Sidney Torres of his government's support in making the development work.
Would you have ever believed you would become what you are now?
Not at all. I didn't go to college except for a couple of weeks. You know, I'm dyslexic. And
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, and I've struggled in school coming up, but I was able to push through that, and maybe if I work harder physically, that will bring me to where I need to go.
New at 10 tonight, New Orleans businessman Sidney Torres has decided to sell a beachfront resort in the Bahamas.
The 40-acre resort has been sold to the Enchantment Group. Torres bought the resort a few years ago and fixed it up before selling it. Torres has recently become more active in the campaign to keep the French Quarter safe.
Well, entrepreneur and New Orleanian Sidney Torres calls for more action against crime in the French Quarter.
Last month, video showed a break-in at Torres' home.
In New Orleans, an entrepreneur teamed up with a rocket scientist to create an innovative program that might just be a model for the nation.
I'm thinking to myself, this is my home. This is our home. This is where we live. So I started calling business leaders and I started asking them, what's going on? Why isn't the mayor doing anything about this? And they said, well, you know, they're doing the best they can. And I said, well, the best isn't good enough. I said that they need to do something else.
French Quarter is under siege by criminals. We should hold the administration accountable.
Maybe he should just take some of that money and do it himself.
He says, we don't have the money, and what is your solution to do it? Immediately I went to the mayor and I said, look, I've designed this app. It's similar of Uber of policing. So instead of calling for an officer, you pull your phone out, very simple to use. We had 20,000 downloads of people downloading it. And we took crime within 3 months and dropped the crime in the area that we implemented this. And it's still running today, and it's very successful.
So tell the truth. Did you think it was a crazy idea?
I thought it was absolutely crazy.
But even the chief of police has become a believer.
It had immediate effects because the visibility was so great and the response to crimes was so fast.
And in 7 months, violent crime is down a whopping 45%.
Anybody can look and diagnose a problem. Not everybody can get in there and try to figure out a solution. And that's why I think that business leaders, community leaders should get involved, not just financially, but get involved and get their hands dirty and work and find a cause to help out. I think it's important.
He's got a lot of entrepreneurial projects going on.
Yeah, it's got that big apartment complex thing.
Right in the Lafitte Greenway, yeah, and he's on CNBC. He's got a reality series.
This new series on CNBC is really about my venture capital firm that basically goes and helps people that can't get loans in other places.
I'm a problem solver, a successful entrepreneur. I've cleaned streets, built hotels, and fought crime. If I see something that I think looks great, I put my money where my mouth is.
Using this as a storage area.
How much can you rent this for?
I'm sure around $4,000 a month.
And your plan was to leave this sit until when?
Till we finish the job, be the last thing to do.
You can't do that, guys. Guys, listen, this is prime real estate, man. You guys need to get this rented like in the next 7 days. Can I see your plans real quick? What about if we come off of this window right here, we bust this wall out, and we put a freight elevator right here. And on the back of the building downstairs, we can create a storage space down here. So then the commercial space, which is here, becomes available for rent. And we'll start generating that $4,000 a month.
I'm to the point where I want to separate. I mean, I don't know how to hold all this together. We got literally millions of dollars in real estate. Unfortunately, it's had to sit because we can't get the financing. I mean, I don't know what you can do for us. We have one that's finished, you know. We're making good money on it, but you know, that's kind of how we're living.
I'd love to check out the 8-plex.
So here's the 8-plex. We make $10,400 a month.
Well, wait a second. You didn't tell me that when you called me on the phone. I need any expenses that are involved with this building, and I want to see what the net bottom line is, because I'm going to try and structure something for you guys that's going to make you guys bankable.